Hello student. Now we have started the first chapter, that is solid state chemistry or crystal structure, in the subject of physical chemistry CH 601. It is one of the core subject in TYBSc course semester 2nd. Let us overlook what is matter. Matter is simple association of atoms, molecules or ions are called as matter. Matter generally exists in three different states: solid, liquid, gaseous. Why matter exists in three different states? Due to the cohesive force of attraction and kinetic energy between the molecules. Classification of solid. Solids are generally classified into two types on the basis of their arrangement: crystalline solid, amorphous solid. We have interested only crystalline solid. We also learn about the property of crystalline solids and amorphous solid. Now, the crystallization fusion are the two terminologies. When liquids start to cool to form the crystal or solidify the compound in the crystalline form is called as crystallization, and it is exothermic reaction, and this can be explained by a simple energy profile diagram or heat energy in terms of temperature against time. As we decrease the temperature, the liquids start to solidify or crystallize. That means the temperature is called as crystallization temperature and the process is called as crystallization. On cooling, the pure liquid at constant temperature and pressure, the average energy, translational energy or kinetic energy of molecule decreases by decreasing temperature till the freezing point reaches. This is the freezing point. At this temperature, the attractive forces of the molecule are sufficient to overcome the translational energy or kinetic energy. At that temperature, the crystallization or solidification start. This is exothermic process. If you see in energy profile diagram, that means heat energy will be decreases. That much amount of heat will be liberated during this process. Hence, we called as exothermic reaction. That means crystallization process is exothermic process. Opposite to this crystallization, the second phenomenon, that is fusion. That means if we increase the temperature of the solid or heating the solid, the average translational energy increases and the temperature at which translational energy or kinetic energy is near about equal to the cohesive force of attraction between the molecules, then solids start to melt and this process is called as fusion. It is endothermic process. That means from this solid to liquid state, that much amount of energy will be required to heat the to increase the kinetic energy of the reaction. This is totally opposite to each other. Next is topic is crystallography. Crystallography is simple branch of science which deals with study of geometry and structure and properties of crystalline solids are called as crystallography. The scientists who work on this topic are called as crystallographer. So there are several laws of crystallography, that is law of crystallography. First law of crystallography is the law of constancy of interfacial angle. It is first law of crystallography. That means the crystal have definite shape bounded by the plane faces. This one, this is plane faces. These plane faces are called as crystal planes, which are unequally developed. That means this plane is that much length. Then if you see in this crystal, second crystal, the plane will be different. This plane will be different, which are unequally developed during the formation of crystal. The crystal planes are intersect with each other by a certain definite angle is known as interfacial angle. That means two planes are coincide and to form angle between the internal position of the planes called as interfacial angle. This angle, this angle, this angle. This angle is called as interfacial angle. That means the angle between the two faces. The law states that for a given crystalline substance, the external faces that bound the crystal intersect at definite angle which remain constant no matter the faces are unequally developed. That means the faces may be different, but the interfacial angle of the given crystal may be equal or same or constant. This law is called as law of constancy of interfacial angles. Then second law of crystallography, that is the law of rationality of indices, is called as second law. For any crystal, a set of three coordinate axes can be selected to characterize the crystal. All the crystal planes will be either intersect these axes at definite distance from the origin or parallel to the some axis. These distances can be measured in terms of unit distances, that is ABC, along the XYZ axis, and infinite if the plane is parallel to the some axis. That means when we characterize the crystal or to determine the lattice parameter, so we should keep this unit cell or crystal in the three coordinate axis XYZ, and each plane of the crystal have intersect at particular axis at a unit distance. If it is parallel to this one of the axis, that means it will be intersect at infinite distance. So this is about second law, that means law of rationality of indices. This law states that the intercept or cuts made by any plane in a crystal along the three coordinate axes x, y, z are either equal to the unit distance ABC, or which may be the same or different or simple multiple of ABC, such as L of A, M of B, and N of C, where L, M, N are the integral whole number. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, including infinite. That means if plane is parallel, the distance will be infinite, or fraction, maybe one half of the, suppose 1 unit distance, then plane will be intercept at half of this unit, then it may be in fraction like that. Let us see the intercept made by this plane, violet color plane. So this plane, if you see plane A, B, C, it intersect at along x axis at point A at a distance small a. This plane intersect on the z-axis at point B by a distance unit distance small c, and the plane intersect along the y-axis at point C with a unit distance small b, and this O will be origin. That means this plane will be intersect along the three coordinate axes at unit distance a, b and small c. Second plane, that is plane D, E, F. This plane intersect at fractional number. That means along this x-axis half of the unit distance, along y-axis half of this unit distance, that is uh, b by 2, or this plane at a by 2, or along the z-axis at point E it may be c by 2. Okay, sometimes the planes may be parallel to the z-axis. So along the y-axis at intersect point J with half distance, at point Z with a half distance, and along the z-axis this plane is parallel. That means along the z-axis the intersect may be infinite, like that. So this is about law of rationality of indices. Third law of crystallography is law of symmetry. The symmetry is concerned with the repetition of structural features. Symmetry of the crystal is determined with respect to the plane or line and point. That means there are 3 points of symmetry called as plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry and center of symmetry respectively. The law state that the symmetry state that all the crystal of same substances have same element of symmetry. That means any crystalline substance all the shows the same element of symmetry. That means suppose plane of symmetry, if an imaginary plane, if we draw at the center, passing through the center of the crystal, dividing into two equal parts which are mirror image to each other, then the symmetry possessed by the crystal is called as plane of symmetry. If you see the unit cell or crystal, this is imaginary plane. If you draw at the center, passing through the center of the crystal, we get two equal part, that is mirror image to each other. If this plane will be passed through this, then we get the two equal parts of this crystal. So this crystal have plane of symmetry. Second, axis of symmetry. It is an imaginary axis passing through the crystal. Then the number of times crystal rotate acquire same position or same appearance is called as axis of symmetry. If you rotate the crystal along this axis, we get more than 2 or 3 times appear same position. That means in this case axis of symmetry we get one fold of symmetry, two fold of symmetry, four fold of symmetry, like that. And last is center of symmetry. Center of symmetry means it an imaginary center in the crystal. If we a line passes through the imaginary point inside the crystal, it cuts the opposite faces of the crystal at equal distance. Is called as center of symmetry. If you see in the crystal, this is imaginary point. If you draw the line top or bottom, we get the same distance to appear faces a at equal distance, front, back, left, right, like that. This is about center of symmetry. So here we stop the lecture. In next lecture we will see the types of crystalline solids. Thank you.